This interesting facade design is made using Revit parametric modeling. A number of nested families have been used here. Open a new metric generic model template. At the ref level, place reference planes on either sides of the planes as shown. Place aligned dimensions between the three planes and press equal. Place an aligned dimension between the new planes and create new length and width parameters. To create an extrusion, place a rectangle at the intersection of planes and lock all the sides. At the front elevation, place a reference plane and place an aligned dimension between the two ref planes. Create a new height parameter. Align the extrusion to the upper ref plane and lock. Check to see that all the dimensions are working well. Hold the form and create a new material parameter. This is the basic unit or brick for the wall. This family will be loaded into another family. Open a new generic model template. Place two reference planes on either sides of the central plane. Place aligned dimension between the three planes and press equal. Place a aligned dimension between the central plane and the new plane and create a new parameter. Place a ref line at the intersection of the planes as shown. Lock the endpoints of the line to the two planes. Place an angular dimension between the plane and the line and create a new angular parameter. The value of the angle is going to be 45 degrees. In the same way, place another line on the other side and assign the same angle parameter to the angle. Hold the lines and create a mirror image on the other side of the central plane. Place angular parameters and assign the same angle parameter. Go back to the first file and load it into this family. Hold the component and create the associate parameters for all the parameters of the first file. Align and lock the central planes of the components to the reference lines as shown. The components have to be overlapping at the ends, so the distance base needs to be according to that. From the trigonometry ratios of the geometry here, we can get the following equation for the base. The rectangles are still not fully overlapping. Check to see all the dimensions are working. At the front elevation, place 2 ref planes and place an aligned dimension between the planes and press equal. Create an aligned dimension between the lower 2 planes and create a new parameter for the height of the component. Out of the 2 components, unlock any one from the base and move upwards with the up key of the keyboard. Align the top of the component to the upper reference plane and lock. Align the lower plane to the middle plane and lock. If while moving upwards the component has unlocked from the ref lines, then align and lock to the lines again. Create a new generic model family file. Load the second family into the third file. Align the centers of the component to the planes and lock. Place a ref plane. Do not forget to create the associate parameters of the second family. Hold the component and press Array and select Move to as second and place the arrayed component anywhere. Align the center of the arrayed component to the new ref plane and lock. Also align to the horizontal plane and lock. Place an aligned dimension between the 2 ref planes and create a new parameter. The components have to be overlapping like this. From the geometry of the figure, we can write this equation for the distance between the planes. Put new values to check that all the parameters are working fine. Hold one of the components and press the bar with the number on it and create a new parameter for the number of components. Input new values to the parameters to check. Create the last family. Again, a generic model. Load the third family into the last family, and align the centers of the nested family to the two planes. And lock. At any of the elevations, place a new reference plane. Place an aligned dimension between the two planes and create a parameter. Again, do not forget to create associate parameters for the parameters of the loaded family. Write the height parameter of this family is equal to 2 times the height of the loaded family. Hold the component and create an array. Align to the planes the respective centers of the component and lock. Hold the number bar of the array and create an array number parameter in the upward direction. Check by changing values for the parameters. Assign material as required. Please like, share and subscribe.